November. It's a time of year where spring is in the air, the night sky is changing, we're saying goodbye to our winter constellations and hello to our summer constellations. It's also time for the Leonid meteor shower. And tonight is supposed to be the peak night of disappointment, if you ask me, because my experience with meteor showers ain't the best. So this week's vlog, we're going to talk all about meteor showers, what they are, the best way you can see them, and the best way to avoid disappointment. So let's talk about that. A meteor shower is made up of the debris of a comet's tail. The Leonid meteor shower happens to be made up of the debris from Comet Tempel-Tuttle, which orbits every 33.3 years around our Sun. As the comet nuclei heats up, which essentially a comet nuclei is a giant dirty snowball, heats up from the radiation of the Sun, it starts to melt. All this debris, all this material inside the comet gets left behind in this long trail. So when you see a comet, you see the tail of the comet, that is water vapor and also bits of material. And of course it leaves this trail as it goes around the Sun, this debris trail, and the Earth in its orbit around runs into this debris trail and we get a meteor shower, these little pieces burning up in the Earth's atmosphere. And of course it's no bigger than grains of sand, burning up to produce a spectacular shower of shooting stars. That's never the case. They predict thousands per hour and you're waiting up all night and you may get one or two, and that's about it. But let's talk about the mechanics of a meteor shower and what is actually a meteor. In fact, we'll talk about the difference between a meteor, a meteorite and a meteoroid. Sounds painful.
Now, a meteoroid is a lump of iron or silicates, which is rock, tumbling around in space. Next is a meteor. That meteoroid is transiting through the Earth's atmosphere and burning up. People refer to as a shooting star, but that's actually incorrect. Now, a meteorite is a meteoroid that has survived the transit through the atmosphere, ready to be recovered and say, I found a space bundi.
So, what is the best way to observe these meteor showers? Well, first of all, you need to find out when they are. Now, there's a whole bunch of them throughout the year, but because it's November, the most prominent one is, of course, the Leonids meteor shower. Now, it usually peaks around the 17th to the 19th of the month. That can vary, but if you really want to maximize your chances, you observe about a week before the peak time and a week after. So that's if you're really dead keen, which quite frankly, I'm not. And you also want to make yourself comfortable. No point standing out in your backyard or in some random field. So what equipment do you need? Do you need a telescope? No, you don't. Okay, do you need a pair of binoculars? Not in this case. The best thing to use are these things.
Your optical receptors!
Your eyes, they're the best, simply because they give you such a wide field of view and you'll be able to see a lot more. See, with the telescope, you only look at a very, very small portion of the sky. A pair of binoculars, a bit bigger than a telescope. But your eyeballs, you carry out like say 179 or 175 degree field of view or something totally amazing. So you can scan a very large area of sky in one hit. It's all well and good to make a big hype about meteor showers, but in reality, the chances of actually being a really good one is very slim. It's all dependent on the last time a comet came past and left a fresh debris field. If it's going to be at night time, you know, for the part of the world that you're observing. Weather's the worst. Bloody clouds. Any celestial phenomenon, they're there. It's like that person you don't want coming to your party and yet they show up. God, it's you. Didn't you fight? What are you doing here? Anyway, but look, don't let me stop you from going out there and actually giving it a go, because I'm just trying to make it realistic, okay? I know this last vlog's been a little bit down on meteor showers. In order to restore some faith, there's a ripper coming up later this month. See, this is December now. 13th and 14th, we're getting a really good shower called the Geminids. Now, like I said, 13th to 14th of December, it's when it peaks. And this is slightly different compared to other meteor showers. You see, the Geminids originate not from a comet, but rather from an asteroid. Now this asteroid, 3200 Phaethon. Phaethon? Yeah, that sounds about right. Phaethon, because it's got the at the start. So 3200 Phaethon is either believed to be an asteroid or maybe a comet nuclei. We don't really know. Okay, but that is actually responsible for the Geminid meteor shower. Now, I tell you what, a couple of years ago, I was privy to the Geminid meteor shower, and it was really good. You know, I set myself up on the driveway of my house, and I had a mattress, a blanket, and a pillow, and I was looking up. And as I was doing so, I was also messaging a whole bunch of friends who were scattered around the suburbs of Perth, and we could all see pretty much the same thing. It was great. So I reckon check them out because they're fantastic. Some pretty nice meteors zipping past. Yeah, you might get about 15 per hour, maybe, depends, but that's actually worth your while. Anyway, there's another vlog done and dusted. So next one, we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the Falcon Telescope Network. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe because I'd like to actually push the subscriptions up a little bit. So tell your friends and family about it, especially if you don't like them. Anyway, till next time, clear skies and hail Satan. So, another thing about 3200 Phaethon is sometime in 2093 it's going to make a really close approach to planet Earth. Not going to impact us, but it's going to make a very close approach. So stay up for that one if you can. Good luck. There's lots of this stuff here. Lots and lots of earthbound nebulosity. Also known as clouds. Climate change, that's what it is. Frickin' climate change.